Namaste and welcome to class. And thank you so much for sitting with me in this amazing day here in the Quebec, in the gardens. That is one of my favorite favors and flavorful places to walk in. And in today's class, I want your undivided attention. We are going to talk about the September moon. What is the offering that you can give to the moon? Let's switch it around, where we always think that is the moon influencing us and that we're going to be with certain challenges. And we tap into that kind of prognostications that I often have seen it in different types of spiritual conversations. Oh, this is going to happen, and the humanity is at the border of this, and the energy is going to shift, and this and that. And then when you feel in a certain way, you say, oh, yes, I am like this because the energy is shifting, and maybe it's the moon, maybe it's Uranus, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And at the end, you know what, sweetheart? You are disempowering your intuition. And this is what I want to talk today about it. Sensibility and intuition. Because the offering that you can do to the moon is that delicate frequency that humans have to recognize themselves as divine. And in here, there are three things that this moon touch. The knock at our door, and our heart need to be attentive. The number one is the sensibility that we do own. So precious. I am not saying vulnerability, because it's not far, is not part of that vulnerability. It's the sensibility to sense first the potential of your body. Do you know what is the potential of your body? Do you know the capacity of your biology? This is so super important, because if we are not acknowledging our powers of telepathic healing, rapid plasticity, and the transformation, agelessness, mutation of what is obsolete and what we don't need anymore. The body have the capacity to purify itself. But we know and we don't trust the body for what it is, potential. At the point that distrust and that ignorance expose us to certain danger. The danger of implantations of different microchips and nanotechnology and so on. Is, oh no, I don't see them. I can see better with this. And slowly implementations of that can be in your biology. And the ones who have the implants, it may be more superhumans, and it will be putting down our precious biology for what it is. It can be a war, and we should be warning ourselves with the type of relationship that we do have with our body. That only is possible through certain sensibilities. The first sensibility is be in the body. Understand this machine, this biosuit that is there to mostly designed to receive more energy. Every time that you learn with no judgment and you walk the path of your own destiny, of your own capabilities, you are putting in the body more light, more awareness, more intelligence. The body ultimately is designed to do that. And in this moon, then is highlighted The body is sensible. Either you take the path of being vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. I am so vulnerable. This is a place that, it freaked me out and so on. No, this is the ego conversation. That type of vulnerability is just the ego trying to say, don't show yourself. Keep hiding. And then when you go and say, okay, I have to tell you the truth, this is so vulnerable for me, and so on. No, this is just the ego impeding you and putting a story in your head. Make sure you understand me that it's about the sensibility of how you are sensing your biology and that divinity. Without your body, you cannot be in the body. And in this moment, the body will call you. Be here, be now. You may feel aches, you may feel this or that, but it's just adjustments of this energy trying to penetrate even more at the cellular level. So you can embody more that sensibility, that relationship with matter. Me, my body, my temple, receiving the energy that is increasing more, and light and resonance is increasing more, and as it increases, it requests more awareness, is more awareness, and embrace you to learn more rapidly and to learn about your own capacity. The sensibility that you have also transferred to the relationships, not only the love relationships, but with all relationships about plants or living things, the body of other people, nature itself, on how you are relating to those other bodies that have a certain physiology and function and in nature and in relation to you, right? So you them understand better, oh, this type of apple is my body is sensible to it. It will accept it or it will not at this moment. Maybe tomorrow will accept it. Maybe right now is not the time. That relationship, it creates the increment of intuition. And in here, the risk is that your mind wants to come in and say, oh, is this real? Is this proper? Is this right? And you deviate yourself with questions, with doubts. And in that moment, your intuition, that is such a sensible, soft current of information coming from that relationship, body, and internal and external, is not have the opportunity to fully bloom in the information that you need, right? So sometimes, how many times you say, oh yes, I have that intuition, but I didn't obey. Why not? What was the one thing that was oppressing the relationship with that current of intuition, that sensibility that we have at the level of our mind, of our psyche? This is important because so many times I heard students, well, I want to develop my intuition, I want to open my third eye and so on. They say, well, but you do have it. The problem is that this is coded with your ego. It's coded with, oh, I should have transcendental experience and see the unseen and see what you see and not seeing what is not seen and so on. That desire, wanting to know and so on, is spoil the sensibility of your own psyche and intuition current that is knocking at the door as this moon. That's why I say this moon is so delicate, it's so sensitive, and it calls for those sensitive part of you to be recognized as a divine attribute. The other type of sensibility you have, of course, is the emotions. It's that plasmic body that is always at play and say, how this feel? What is my sense to this? And in here is, it make no sense. Emotions make no sense. It just have a sensibility. The sense is from the mind, right? The logic. You have a logic, something that it makes sense. It's the concept, it's the thought, it's the idea. But the emotional body, it has this beautiful, sensible, tender part that we are so scared. The pure emotion, we are scared. I'm not talking about the 9 emotions, the fear, the love, the wonder, the courage, the anger, the hate. Those are 9 emotions. I'm talking about that ability that it has the heart to be impacted by something beautiful. For example, we are here in this beautiful land, and we come almost every year now for the last 3 years or so. And we walk the land, and wow, and it opens the heart. But it's so intense that you want to just kneel and cry. Do you have that sensibility with that strength to express in such a richness, in such 100%, or you stand back and say, oh no, I should not feel that because it's something I don't know, because it destroys my sense of behavior or my sense of being me, etc. That sensibility of the emotions, when we take it to the extent where you feel 100%, anything where you're walking, what you're eating, whether you're connecting and so on, you are walking with an open heart. And remember, the open heart has a pulse. It always goes inside when you meditate, when you assimilate, when you introject, and when you go out and you keep sensing that sensibility. You let yourself be touched over and over and over, and you come inside and you degustate that feelings. So these 3 things, please take note, because this full moon is not joking. This full moon touch and ask us to recognize these sensible, delicate faculties. Number 1, what is the delicate aspect of my body? What happened to my body when I walk through this land, when I lay down in this bed, when I am talking to this person, and mostly the potential of your evolution in the physical body, right? I just want to repeat it again, just in case that you were not present. Your body is the temple, and the temple is designed to be filled up over and over and over and over for eternity with energy. Energy that every time is higher, with more revolutions in terms of hertz. It's more and more, the resonance more refined. And that refinement immediately is going to have repercussion in your DNA, in your cellular conversations, and your cellular structure, and your cellular reproduction, and in your cell longevity. Then, the relationships. Please select this month people, conversations, places that uplift that subtle energy. In the emotions, take the courage to be touched over and over. Go inside, be touched, be destroyed by the beauty of who you are and the beauty that you're supposed to experience in the good, in the bad, in the low, and in the heights. My suggestion for this moon is, number 1, not to isolate yourself because of that concerns that you will be too sensible. Number 2, distinguish vulnerability and sensibility. Vulnerability is a result of ego conversations. Sensibility is what this moon is proposing. It's super feminine. Number 3, do not cut with thoughts, with doubts, your intuition. Trust you. Walk firmly. Don't wiggle. Don't negotiate with your ego. Keep authentic. Keep real. I thank you very much, and I invite you for our moon ceremony. I think it's on Sunday the 7th, where we align these qualities and we put a practice that you can do during the month, or just simply receive very consciously of the new energy that is dancing in the heavens. Thank you so much for sitting with me, and I will see you in our next class. Namaste.